Going on, guys? Welcome. Rabid here. We're on a very exciting timeline right now for 2025, the bull run, and obviously Bitcoin, altcoins, all that good stuff. But new Bitcoin price all-time highs could occur as early as in May. And here's why. It makes a lot of sense. If we actually look back to last cycle's 2021 peak here, its first peak actually happened in May, which is interesting because we thought things were starting to happen kind of a month earlier. If we fast forward in to what happened this cycle, when it first broke its all-time high here, it actually happened towards the end of 2024 coming into here, which was pretty early in December here. We can see it shot up here, but it first started making its big moves kind of in the November range right here, where this spike doesn't usually happen till December. So it was a month earlier, but it seems with Trump tariffs and everything, we may now be back on track to almost the same timeline as last cycle. Obviously, that's still to be determined here, but we can see like coming into 2021 here, we can see May 13th is when it hit its first all-time high before later on in the year breaking that and hitting its ultimate cycle peak here. But we could see a massive run happening in this month. And it makes a lot of sense why, as well, as we do have a couple month break in the tariffs. So crypto has time to do its thing and things are about to get very exciting. Now let's kind of look at what expert people are allegedly saying. So coming back into this article right here of new Bitcoin price all-time highs could occur in May, and here is why. We can see Bitcoin is up here, gained 11% between April 20th and April 26th, demonstrating resilience by holding near its 2-month high around 94,000. This relief rally followed signals from the Trump administration about easing import tariffs as well as strong corporate earnings and reports. Investor confidence in Bitcoin was further boosted by a record $3.1 billion in net inflows. Two-spot Bitcoin exchange traded funding, ETFs here over 5 days. However, a key BTC narratives indicator showed signs of bearish momentum, raising questions about whether the 100K target is still realistic. Perpetual Bitcoin futures contracts are favored by retail traders because their prices closely track the spot market. A positive funding rate means that buyers pay to maintain their positions, so a reversal in this rate is typically linked to bearish trends. The sharp negative funding rates recorded on April 26 are highly unusual during bull markets as they indicate stronger demand from sellers. This metric has been volatile since April 14th, but sellers were caught off guard as Bitcoin price climbed over 94,000. Since April 21st, over 450 million in BTC short positions have been liquidated. Gone. Some of the renewed confidence and Bitcoin's price strength can be attributed to the S&P 500 7.1% weekly gain. However, despite this optimism, U.S. President Donald Trump reportedly said on April 25th that negotiations would depend on China making concessions, causing traders to question the sustainability of recent gains. Companies are now reporting 5-quarter earnings from before the escalation of trade war. So the factors driving the stock market and Bitcoin are different. In fact, Bitcoin's price is no longer closely correlated with the S&P 500. Currently, the 30-day correlation between the S&P 500 and Bitcoin stand at 29%, well below the 60% levels seen from March to mid-April. While this lower correlation does not mean a complete decoupling, since investor sentiment is still influenced by macroeconomic factors, it does show that Bitcoin is not simply a proxy for technology stocks. Bitcoin's status as an independent asset has strengthened. Gold's inability to maintain its bullish momentum after reaching an all-time high of $3,500 on April 22nd was also seen as significant for Bitcoin's status as an independent asset class. Some traders have questioned the digital gold narrative, but the longer BTC remains above 90,000, the more confidence investors may have, potentially paving the way for further gains. The increased demand for bearish leverage and perpetual BTC futures does not align with the sentiment of professional traders. Monthly Bitcoin futures contracts avoid fluctuating funding rates, so traders know they're leveraging costs in advance. Now on April 26th, the 2-month Bitcoin futures premium basis rate rose to its highest level in 7 weeks, indicating greater interest in bullish positions. At 6.5%, this metric remains within the neutral 5 to 10% range, but is moving away from bearish territory. The disconnect between leveraged demand and perpetual futures and monthly BTC contracts is not unusual. Even if retail traders remain cautious, substantial accumulation by institutions could be enough to push Bitcoin's price above 100,000 in the near future. So in December, we have broken the 100K mark, peaking at around 106,000 as we can see here. But that's very interesting as it's looking like possibly this month, and which is the same time last cycle that this happened as well, a big blow up run like this. It could be happening again in May, and all the right things are clicking for this to happen due to the pause in tariffs and all sorts of other things. But keep in mind, this could all come crashing to a halt in a single Donald Trump tweet in the next, who knows, couple hours, couple days, in a week, or maybe we got the full 2 months here. But things are clicking. Hopefully it goes well for us. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section. Watch your bags, guys, because before we know it, our altcoin could be peaking. It's going to happen fast, and it's going to dump even faster. Just be ready, guys. This could spark a massive altcoin season as well, and that's what us as crypto miners want, because we're mining a crap ton of altcoins. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.